Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be recreating the song Twisted by Keith Sweat. I'm going to show you the finished product now. So what we're going to do is start off with the drum rack. So this here is the simple pattern, very simple pattern that is going on. So it's just kick, snare, hi-hat like this, and an open hi-hat, and that is all that is going on here. And what I did is with the kick, I equalized it so that we could get rid of a lot of the high end, because originally the kick was like this, which was not like the original. So I just cut off a lot of the high end. With the snare, what I did was I added some reverb, and I made the reverb to be more of the high end. So I'll show you here, because if the reverb was like this, we would get more of a boxy snare, but I just wanted a subtle bit of reverb on the high end. So that's what we did there. Then when it comes to other things in the drum, here we've got this little like kind of cymbal. You can see here is a cymbal element that we have going on. But what I did was I cut a lot of the cymbals. So if we find the cymbal here, I cut, as you can see here, I cut it very short in a way, so it kind of became like a hi-hat, but I liked the tone of the cymbal, but it kind of became a bit of a hi-hat. And then I added here this echo ping pong to go on between ears. But as well as that, I also added another pattern. I duplicated it and then added another pattern, because it was slightly different. It did need to be slightly different. So one pattern is like this, and the other pattern is slightly different, like in the original. I noticed that. So I'm going to come back to this later, because there's another element that's in there. And then I grouped all of the drums together so that I could end up with them all glued together. I added this bit warmer saturation compressor and also this drums sidechain compressor. So that's the drums done. Now we move on to the bass, which is a simple subby hip hop bass. This is the pattern here. I put the glide very high up. So you can see here the glide is very high, the attack is very high, and then the equalizing, you just really want to emphasize that bassy, those low frequencies there. So that's what's happening with the bass. Then we've got the string. And what I did with this string, because originally the string came with two oscillators like this, but that to me sounded very synthy, and the original string in the reference was more authentic. So I just wanted one string, one oscillator, and then I equalized it, added some reverb, and then equalized it to get rid of a lot of the low frequencies that we didn't need, to make sure we have space in the bass, and then to have those higher frequencies there. And then doing the same pattern as the string, we've got this choir, because in the original the background singers are actually humming the melody of the string. So to get the similar effect, I got this choir reverb, and this is the pattern here. And here I have the same equalizer that I used for the strings, so not much going on there. Then for this one, now we come back to those kind of cymbal-y things that I was showing you before in the drums, but I had a group here that I made. And what we've got here is we've got the tonal elements, and then we've got the cymbal elements. So the tonal elements is this, which is like a type of synth. I wanted to make sure that the synth was didn't have a long release, very short, and also very high frequency. So I here got rid of a lot of the low frequencies just to get that tinny sound, because in the original reference you've got a very tinny sound, so tinny that it can even sound like a percussive element. So that's why I've mixed it together with the these cymbals here, and then I group them all together to get this nice mix. I added this mix gel and this flattenator to really push them together like one sound. Then we now move on to this plucky, beautiful sound. This was a guitar that I just really got rid of the high ends first and focused on this frequency here to get that pluck, exaggerate that pluck, and then added another EQ on top to get rid of the low end again, because we want to make sure we leave room, don't want to take up unnecessary low end. So that's how I got that effect. If we remove this, you can see it sounds a lot more like just like a normal picked guitar, and then adding this just cleans it up nicely. Then we now move on to the chords. So this is the pattern here. And then because I needed it to kind of act like a pad as well, what I did is I added a lot of reverb, and I made the release very long so that you could get that really nice filled out paddy effect. And then I also duplicated it onto this electric piano that was a bit higher and a bit more belly, more of a mallet, but I added a lot of reverb to kind of get that feeling of it being a surround sound around your head kind of feeling, to really help fill out that space. And then finally we've got the wind, which is kind of like a clarinet, and this is the pattern here, and it just happens once on every loop, just a simple clarinety wind type of effect. And then together, here we are. how to make Twisted by Keith Sweat. If you did, be sure to like, comment and subscribe, and stay tuned for other throwback old school songs that I'll be recreating. Bye.